And today we are going to be checking out the Camrui Mini Gaming PC. That's right, this has a Ryzen 7 chipset, runs Windows 11, and even has SSD memory. How cool is that? Not only are we going to look at this and give you an up close look and go over some of the specs and details, I'm also going to do a test with a professional video editing software just to see how it can handle it. Now, my disclaimer to the test is I don't have very high hopes for what this can do because a professional video software, of course, usually requires quite a large and powerful computer. But I have a feeling that this is going to do okay. And if this will run that software, you're not going to have any issues doing your schoolwork, doing your office work, or even doing some gaming. So let's go ahead, point the camera down, take a closer look, go over some specs and details, and then we're going to get into the test. So let's get to it. All right, so this is the little mini PC itself. You're also going to get a power brick and cord for it to power it up. You will get an HDMI cord, and you're going to get a manual as well. Now I'm going to bring the camera in and give you a closer look. You can see right there, it's powered by a Radeon AMD graphics card. You have the Ryzen 5000 Series 7 chipset. It's nice and compact. It does have RGB. You're going to have 3 different modes. You have silent mode, auto mode, which will switch between silent and performance for you. And then you have performance mode for those graphics heavy gaming sessions. And that's all controlled with this little flip knob. And then this knob also, if you push it, is a power button as well, which moves us to the front. You can see the audio jack right there, the 3.5 millimeter. You have your USB 3.0s, and you have a USB Type-C. And then if we flip it around to the back, you can see more USB 3.0s. You can see your DP video output, because you can do multiple monitors with this. You have an HDMI out, and you have your Ethernet connection for your direct connect internet, and then your power port. Now, one cool feature about this is the side, if you want to see inside, is actually held on magnetically. And you can just pop that off. Here's your RAM memory right here. And then up here on the side over here, you can see your SSD slots for where your memory is. And you also have contact information in case you need help with your mini PC. And then this just simply connects right back on. I'm going to go ahead and plug it up and power it up. That way you can see the RGB colors. You'll get to see it running whenever we do our little video test. I have it plugged in. I'm going to power it up, and you can see the RGB now flashing. Even the logo on top lights up, and you can see the power button is lighting up as well. So it's a very attractive and compact little computer. All right, so we're going to get into some of the specs and details of this powerful little computer. It does support a 3840 by 2160 screen resolution, which is 4K. The processor is a 4.3 gigahertz Ryzen 7. It does have 16 gigabytes of DDR4 RAM, which is fully upgradable to 64 gigabytes if you need to. The memory speed is 266 megahertz. The hard drive is 512 gigabytes of SSD, which is a solid state drive, and you can go and expand it all the way up to 4 terabytes. The graphics coprocessor is an AMD Radeon Vega 8. It uses the 802 Wi-Fi and Bluetooth 5.2 technology. So very, very upgradable and a very powerful little mini PC. Nothing to do now, but let's go ahead and get into our test. Okay, so now that we've been over the specs and details and looked at this little computer, here's just a quick test that I put together. Everybody likes to know like how much performance can you get out of a mini PC. And what I have right here is a clip. And the reason why it's small is I have a second clip. We're going to try to run 2 clips at once on this video editor. This is DaVinci Resolve. And if you know that video editing is very strenuous on a computer, and it can be a really good test for a machine to see how well it will game and stuff like that. So this is what I use computers for, is editing. So I'm going to use some of my videos, and we're going to kind of just see how this will perform. Now right now we're going to start out with a 1080p or an HD timeline. I turned the color grading off because I do have some color grades on there, so we can test it with and without color grades. And we're going to test one single clip and two single clips, and it's set at 60 frames a second. So up here you'll have the frame rate, if you can see where my mouse is, and it'll tell you if the computer is playing properly or not. It should be 59 frame rates per second if it's performing properly. So what we're going to do is we're just going to hit play, and for this first test you can see we're doing 59.94 frame rates or frames a second, and then the second clip comes in and you can see we did drop to 58. So it can handle, and you're not really going to notice that when you're editing if it's 58 or 59. So the fact that you can run two HD videos at the same time is pretty good. It's better than what I would expect out of this little mini PC. So now we're going to turn on the color grading, and you can see how the image changed. And we're going to hit play again. And you can see up here again that we are at 59.94, so the color grading hasn't affected it. And then we're at 58.5 with a color grade on two different at 1080p 60. So still very good and very impressive for such a little tiny mini PC. Now what we're going to do is we're going to switch the settings and we're going to go to a 4K timeline, meaning that we're going to be playing everything back in 4K. I'm going to turn the color grade off, and let's see if we can handle a single 4K video at 60 frames a second. And you can see it's up here, it's at 59.94. The second clip has come in and we're still playing at 59.94. So we're able to play both of these without dropping frames or on a 4K 60 frame per second timeline. So if you're looking for a great little computer that you can use for school, that you can use for work, you can just use it for your entertainment center if you want to, you can travel with it. That's quite powerful. It's going to be good for gaming. You can do some light editing with it. I think this is a nice one to consider. I hope this video helps, and thanks for watching.